Uh, Hi, my name is Byung-jun Park. Uh, I am a social studies teacher from Gyeongsangnam-do, South Korea. Before getting started for my presentation, I I really apologize of not coming to this forum place because my wife labor pains suddenly became so severe that I couldn't even go to this place. She was originally due to give birth tomorrow, so I cannot come to this foreign place. Hope you understand that situation. Uh, I have been teaching in public schools for 7 years and currently serve as a leader of professional learning community called GDIL, which stands for Gyeongsang Digital Educator Alliance. I will be presenting on the topic professional development of teachers' EdTech competencies through community building. The purpose of this presentation is to share and discuss the impact of meaningful collaboration with colleagues in strengthening educator teaching skills through the effective use of EdTech. First, I will tell you about the problem awareness that led us to the creation of GDIL and its founding purposes. I believe that all educational solutions should begin with a clear definition of the problem. Before founding the organization, I reflected on some social issues related to education that we face today. The conclusion I reached was regional disparity. Due to Korea's history of centralized development, many opportunities are concentrated in the capital city, influenced by both historical and reality and policies. The same pattern can be observed in the field of education. Take, for instance, the large education fairs uh, currently taking place in Seoul region. They are almost all held in Seoul metropolitan area. The gap in educational discussions ultimately translates into a gap in learners' educational attainment. So, as educators, where should we look for clues to address this issue? Right, it's about ensuring that the community is not left behind in educational conversations, but instead takes a leading role in them. Of course, we do not believe that the presence or absence of digital transformative education is the sole factor driving the regional education gap. Rather, we are actively identifying, hypothesizing, and testing ways we can contribute to our communities. We thought that we should play a huge role as an opinion leader to ensure it remains at the forefront of discussions on digital transformative education, and as a facilitator to lower psychological and physical barriers to technology adoption, and as a leader of in fostering a culture of meaningful digital-based learning among students. In this journey, we embraced a social mission to bridge the regional divide by enhancing the educational competitiveness of Gyeongsang region and fostering awareness that it is a great place to live. Before officially founding the organization, we conducted a preliminary team building exercise with members of GEG Gyeongnam, the predecessor of GDL. As a part of this, we engaged in recreational activities to foster mutual friendship and understanding. Additionally, we used cloud-based services to create a Mandalat map outlining a shared vision of what we aim to achieve together. And eventually, on July 6, 2024, the community was officially rebranded as GDL. During this launch, we shared the purpose of our collective, unveiled the organizational structure and presented a vision of each community under the GDL umbrella and strengthened our network through meaningful interactions. This is how the name GDL came to be. We established the ultimate goal of our community as enhancing the educational competitiveness of the Gyeongsang region through digital transformation, education activation. When GEG Gyeongnam, the predecessor of GDL, like I told you before, was founded in 2019, it started with just 6 members, including myself. But today, it has grown into an organization with over 280 members. GDL is structured into six distinct communities, each catering to diverse learning interests, digital teaching and learning assessment, education with physical computing, Google-based teaching and learning, as known as GEG, and coding for educational efficiency and literacy, AI-based teaching and learning analytics, and drone education. As you can see, there is some overlap between those communities. For instance, the physical computing and community can collaborate with coding community to design a lesson plan about making smart fun. On Instagram, the account is gdeal.io and the profile page uses a domestic edtech platform called Litly to share information about activities and accept membership applications. In the following, I will share the various learning experiences that GDeal has undertaken in the 7 months since its inception, starting with Pop-up Cafe workshop. The Pop-up Cafe workshop was a training based on the concept of flashing gatherings, making it a highly dynamic, cohesive, and flexible project. Thankfully, the event brought together about around 20 experts as trainers and 100 attendees as enthusiastic learners. GDL members generously contributed by providing spaces at their own schools and university and or local edtech companies. Over the course of about 2 months, we held 13 or more pop-up meetings in Changwon, Jinju, and Yangsan. Some meetings focused on introducing edtech product solutions, while others were dedicated to self-improvement training for teachers. There were also interactive sessions where teachers shared their stories with students in classrooms, as well as meaningful moments where members brought their children to engage in digital-based play with their parents. One moment that stood me out personally was a teacher's effort to use Canva, an edtech tool with AI-based translation capabilities to affordance to create and distribute materials, educational materials that help overcome language barriers for multicultural students. Many other educator spontaneously share their own digital classroom practice and how they use them. The second example is the periodic editorial project, which was carried out in collaboration with an educational magazine platform. We collaborated with an online education focused media platform called The Edu to regularly publish insights and stories on digitally transformative education. This serialized project, which launched about 3 months, brought together 41 digital educational experts from various community under GDL. Using their collective intelligence, they submitted article manuscript on designated days, which were then published as web-based articles by the edu. The 41 experts are registered members of the six umbrella communities I mentioned earlier. Each is focusing on distinct yet interconnected topics. Some shared their research on teaching effectiveness, while others brought their community-specific content to life, deeply resonating with many readers. This content has been utilized in a variety of ways. It has been used as teaching material in classes and training programs for both prospective and in-service teachers at universities. At some institutions, the article were incorporated into portfolio style assignments where students provided comments on the articles. Additionally, the materials were used in teacher training sessions to share their own insights related to specific topics and served as a platform for exchanging views on digital transformative education. Uh, the distributed nature of the web-based article certainly successfully fostered discussion related to community topics, aligning with core purpose of our organization. Lastly, the project also served as a valuable record and portfolio for the members who contributed articles. Third, we are going to introduce you to the Byunni project. The word Byunni is a pure Korean term that means sunshine in the dark shade. It represents an educational service program voluntarily organized and regularly conducted by GDL members to bridge the digital divide among excluded people in the Gyeongsang region. Our first project targeted foreign workers at migrant worker centers in Yangsan. Last year, South Korea significantly reduced financial support for these centers, resulting in many being closed for months. Recognizing the need for support, we took the initiative to reach out them. Through learner analysis, we found that many foreign workers lacked basic digital literacy skills. To address this, we simplified the curriculum and focused on teaching foundational digital literacy, translation ed tech tools, generative AI basic, and content creation platforms. Around 30 experts participated in the program, which consisted of 9 2-hour sessions and held every 2 weeks. Preparing for the session at 6 or 7 a.m. To travel to one of the less accessible areas of Yangsan was admittedly a challenge, but the experience was incredibly rewarding. The reward came from witnessing the learners' progress. Initially, many of them struggled with even basic tasks like typing on a keyboard. However, over time, they gradually improved their digital skills and were able to create digital contents that reflected their identity, utilizing generative AI and digital video production tools. Even though we successfully concluded the project in December 2024, this year we plan to expand the scope of Byunni project to reach more underserved and diverse neighborhood. Uh, Additionally, we are designing a self-actualization program for the elderly in the community, which will include digital drawing classes. We remain committed to find other shade in need of our sunshine. If you know of any communities or individuals who could benefit from our efforts, Please don't hesitate to reach out, please. Finally, I would like to share a brief story from the Gyeongsang Digital Education Sharing Festival event. The Gyeongsang Digital Education Sharing Festival was a large-scale event held last December, made possible through the cooperation of Gyeongsang National University, which provided the venue, and passionate educator made this event even more possible. This this festival remains the most significant for me personally because it was the most challenging and hardest work event I have ever organized. But it was a great sense of responsibility and reward, knowing that we were responsible for the half a day in Gyeongsang region. The event was attended by nearly 250 participants, including K-12 teachers, university professors, pre-K or K-12 students, parents interested in digital transformative education, and nearly 20 edtech companies and six PLCs. Also, this festival featured a total of 16 programs and 21 booths overall, offering a wide range of activities and experiences. These included digital education forums, unplugged play education for toddlers, digital experience classes called digital 새싹, smartphone classes for adult educator, and digital learning design classes from a ISD perspective. Notable highlights included the Failcon, a talk concert focused on failures in digital education, and an image-based generative AI production contest. Uh, Additionally, various booths presented engaging content tailored to diverse educational stakeholders. These included research findings and mini group studies by PLCs, educational technology solutions, and AI digital textbook from edtech companies, and programs offered by digital education related business organizations. For the sake of time, we gonna skip this video. Finally, I will summarize conclusion of what worked well and what we need to reflect on. What I am most proud of learning GDL is that we have fostered a culture of communication and empathy rooted in positive relationships. Along the way, we have also cultivated a learning environment where PD feels enjoyable rather than difficult or burdensome. I believe this has contributed to breaking down barriers and reducing psychological resistance to digital tools and technologies. It's especially rewarding to witness the small success of our members, such as effectively applying beneficial practice or training templates gained through our online and offline meetings. These moments reflect the tangible impact of our efforts. On the other hand, there are many challenges to be addressed. One ongoing discussion is whether GDL should solidify its identity as a learning community or pursue institutionalization in response to its growing organizational structure. There is also a strong desire for greater systemization, and we are deeply considering the kind of systems necessary to ensure the sustainability of the organization while allowing branches and emerging talents to thrive. Additionally, we are exploring ways to establish a systematic learning framework from a perspective of educational technology. This includes developing competency frameworks, defining behavior indicators, through our own research and modularizing these into structured training programs. At GDU, we believe that education is the most powerful tool to transform not only individuals but entire communities. Together, we will bridge the gap, make a difference, and create a future where no one is left behind in the journey of digital transformative education. Thank you for listening to my presentation.